What's up, everybody? Oh, I had to talk with my lawyer today. As most of you know, I have court coming up in like 2 days. Notification just went out. Tiff is shopping inside the store. I wanted to get with you all and give you an update. So we're going to wait for a few people to join. And I am going to provide you with an update. I bet that thumbnail's throwing a few people off. What up, Jody? Did you recognize Jody, Wingspan Angel? What's up? Claire, how you doing? Did you all notice that that was actually my thumbnail and not Direct Douches? What up, Mad Max? Joe Black? Good to see you all. Put it on the chat if the thumbnail threw you off a little bit. Did it throw you off a little bit? What up, Steve? We got Steve Cousins in the house first. You beat Steve Albuquerque. What up, Rod Dog? Oh, you got a live notification? That might be because they monetized this YouTube channel today. Maybe. I mean, I'm not making money yet, but I've got monetization eligibility on this channel. So, yay. Thank you all for that. Not real sure how I'm going to go about it. I'm not completely convinced that I want to monetize this channel. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, whoa, hey, hey there, how are you? Get a good look at my eyeball. See, Greg got a notification, you know? Like, a lot of people weren't getting notifications before and they are now. Might be because they monetized today. I mean, I didn't apply and go through all the things. I might not. I might just stay unmonetized. Maybe. Did y'all like the thumbnail? Did everybody see it? Do you want me to explain why I used that thumbnail? Yeah? Anybody? Y'all want me to explain why I used that thumbnail? So I got court coming up on the 6th, which is like 2 days away. And so, you know, in preparation for that, when talking to my lawyer, and we are communicating with the prosecutor, let's just say that Scarborough's affiliation with DirectD has ruined their case against me. Ruined it. Just like I told y'all it would. I mean, we still have to talk to the prosecutor on some levels, like to go through some stuff, but that case is destroyed. That case is absolutely destroyed. What up, Modern Rancher Radio? That case is absolutely destroyed, as it should be. It should have never existed. That case was always bullshit. But 13 charges against me. 2 of them are from the original incident. So that means 11 are based on nothing more than retaliation from my free speech. That's a fact. Meaning attack on me because I own a YouTube channel. Because I published the truth behind what they were lying about. Like, in other words, they would make a lie, and then I used my YouTube channel to correct what they were lying about. And they attacked me for it. That's what happened. And you know what? Fuck the First Amendment auditing community for not having channels that have stepped forward on this. This is a huge story. What do y'all think about that? Throw a middle finger up in the air for the motherfuckers that have not done any stories. The America's Attorney did a story on it. He's not in the First Amendment community. Why did he do a story? A fucking civil rights lawyer, a national civil rights lawyer with plaques all over his wall, looked at the documentation from my case, reviewed the videos, and published a video about it. His video even got struck down by JJ. But he did it. So, where's all these fucking First Amendment freedom fighters? Where are they at? Do you think that because a channel like Direct Douchebags has a beef with me, that they thought, oh, well, we don't want to get involved in between their beef. That is called a snitch. Snitches are simple for the government. They just fork out a little dough. They get themselves a snitch. Doesn't matter if the snitch owns a fucking YouTube channel. And then said snitch gets involved. Are YouTubers afraid of snitches? Are YouTubers afraid of snitches? What? Since when? Or maybe half the fucking YouTubers out here are snitches. Maybe that's the problem. Who fucking knows? Yeah, I agree, constitutional freedom fighter. I don't think there's anybody in here that I'm talking about. I'm talking about the others in the community with the big channels. Like, where they at? Where they at in a story where a YouTuber, like, even if I wasn't in the community, right, at all, ever, wouldn't it be up to the YouTube community 1A to publish videos about a YouTuber who puts a thumbnail of a government employee dressed in KKK and gets 2 felonies for that very thumbnail? Wouldn't it? Put a one in chat, y'all. If that should be the job of the 1A community YouTube channels to publish that story. Does Anna think so? I think so. If it happened to anybody else, Angel thinks so, Claire thinks so. If it happened to anybody else, my channel would have published it for sure. I wouldn't have fucking missed that. Talk about fucking getting some energy. What about a jailer, public official, an elected public official who's been caught in corruption going on to YouTube with Michael Kaiser for a year and nothing? You scared of that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, JJ's probably going down because of this. We're having meetings with the prosecutors now. But I had a lengthy discussion with my attorney about just how we want to go about doing that. And then court's coming up on the 6th. It would be within their best interest to dismiss the case before the 6th. But we'll see. Because as you all know, the states, you know, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck if they're wrong and they've already made a bad choice. They just keep pressing forward. It's possible they will. It's possible they will. Tiffany wishes you all lots of love. She's in this fabric store. Susie Homemaker here. She's in a fabric store that's shutting down. She's buying up some fabric. I have bad news for you guys. It really is bad news. Sorry about my smoking, Steve. I know it bothers you. This is bad news. It really is. We had to sell 2 of our horses. That's true. We had to sell 2 of our horses. It's just too much to try to keep up with financially and with everything going on. So we sold 2. That means we've sold a total of 3 out of the 5 of our horses. I know. And I'm fucking heartbroken. I'm heart-wrenched. I talked to the guy that I'm selling to last night for a while about how we're going to proceed in the future, because I mean, they're my babies, you know. Oh man, y'all are going to break my heart here. But so I've got one that, I mean, y'all know we've been going through all this shit for like 4 years now. So it's been hard for us to find the time to spend with them. You know what I mean? And then the last farm that we brought them to is very expensive, but they were completely taken care of. Now, it was kind of far from home. It's far from home, so it was really hard for us to even get to visit them. So the years kind of caught up. I got a mare that I never intended on selling. Um, that she's 19. I didn't even realize it. Like the last few years just snuck right up. And you know, horse years. I mean, you can have horses live to 25 to 30, but 4 years is a big chunk of their life. You know what I'm saying? And when we lived with the horses, we could rotate them out and use them a lot. So 5 wasn't really that big of a deal, because we'd ride one day and then another on the next day and another on the next day, and they would all get their attention and get worked. But since the move, and we did that to protect them, um, you know, people from Meade County were threatening the horses, and then Chris Ruff threatened the horses, and too many people were threatening the horses. So we moved them to a safe place, which cost me a lot more money. But we just thought, you know, we would keep up with it better, and we couldn't. We just couldn't pay enough attention to all of them. So got a mare that's 19 now, and it just snuck the fuck up on me. And she's needed some extra TLC this year from the winter, which happens when they're 19. Just need extra TLC. And that's when it dawned on me, like, if they're not here in my yard, I can't do that with everything going on. So Tiffany and I used the money from our lawsuit win to buy property. So we do have horse pasture property, but we can't move them there yet because well, for one, there's some what do you call it, like, there's some court stuff going on with the county on the sale of the property. It has nothing to do with us, but like the county that we're purchasing land in has got some like some kind of legal battle going on with surveying and all that stuff. So there's like a dispute. That's the word I was looking for. There's a dispute between the county and the people we purchased property from. So we're going through all that right now, and it could take a little while. But in the meantime, I can't get my water hooked up. I can't get a driveway done. I can't build a barn. I can't do nothing on it, which kind of works because, I mean, we're exhausted financially. And then the YouTube channel getting taken down was a huge monetary damage. I hope you're listening, Chris Ruff, because I heard you talking about Lane and trying to explain defamation and lawsuits to him, buddy. And one of the things that you mentioned was damages. I got you. Big dog. Little dog, scrawny dog, whatever. We got you. We're going to prove those damages. But yeah, so the loss of the YouTube channel was a monthly income that completely got deleted. And because of that, that's part of the problem. So, yeah, we had to sell 2 horses. It was smart for us to do that. And then I have a long-term agreement with the buyer. Great guy. They're not moving far from where they're at now. And then we're going to get to be able to see them anytime we want. Hell, he offered we could ride them if we wanted to. But I mean, I just want to know that they're not getting tossed around and sold everywhere, and that they'll be maintained really well. And I believe they will be with this person. So yeah, I'm letting go of my thoroughbred and my quarter horse. That's what we're letting go of, our thoroughbred and our quarter horse. And the thoroughbred, her name's Belle. She's gigantic. And she's so sweet. She is the sweetest horse. I've been around horses my whole life, y'all. And Belle is the sweetest horse you have ever met in your life. Like if I'm ever out working on like the fence or barn or anything like that, Belle always comes up and like grabs my tools and hands them to me and shit. But she's going to be in a big, gigantic thoroughbred pasture, which I've had her in a really large thoroughbred pasture once before, and she couldn't have been any healthier or happier. Like, she just loves running with the other thoroughbreds and having a lot of land to run around in. Alan and I only have two more horses, so I only have two horses now. Actually, Tiffany has one and I have one. We're just keeping our two Tennessee Walkers. Is what we're keeping. That's what we're keeping right now. Because I sold the Arabian when we had to get a lawyer. That's when I sold Tango. So we've been down to 4 horses for the past year. And then, this. So, but yeah, that was the thing that we had to do. It just felt like the right decision, and like I said, we vetted the buyers really well, and I had a long-term plan made out with him. So, and then, I got a good story for little Lena. So, does anybody in here know anything about quarter horses? I have a mare out of the Smart Lena. If you've ever heard of Smart Lena, has anybody ever heard of Smart Lena? Smart little Lena. Explain the thumbnail. I already did. Direct D ruined the case that Meade County had against me. Direct D ruined it. He ruined it by going business partners with JJ. He ruined it. So he destroyed. That's what the thumbnail says, is destroyed government's case. That's what he did. He destroyed the case against me. So thanks, Chris Ruff. I guess I would have beat it anyway. But anyway, where was I at? Oh yeah, little Lena. So if you know anything about bloodlines with quarter horses, you would probably have heard of Smart Little Lena. Smart Little Lena was a male horse from, I believe, the 50s or 60s. Maybe it was 70s. I don't know the history that well. But the most sought after, this is going to sound gross, but horse sperm on the market in the world, because Smart Little Lena was the best cutting horse that ever existed. Do you know what cutting is for cattle? So a cutting horse is the ones that you see. They're like the dogs that herd, but they're horses, and their cues are to like move cattle in a certain way or stop cattle, or they assist. They're like the hand. They're like a ranch hand. They do all the work and they know their job, and they move the cattle into certain places so that they can be branded or change pastures or herded or anything. So you want to, like, if you're a cowboy, you want a cutting horse. Well, Smart Little Lena was the best cutting horse that ever existed, and for that reason, people wanted foals from Smart Little Lena. And I got one of those horses. I got a Smart Little Lena, and her name is Lena. So Lena comes from a bloodline that is from the best cutting horses that there is in the world. And I got one. So she's a little bitty thing, beautiful little sorrel. And she was sort of trained, well, not sort of, she was trained immediately to do barrels, but she was fire, like really fast, and had a lot of energy, and scared everybody that tried to ride her on barrels. Literally, like, scared some people that knew what they were doing, because she was just fire. Well, for me, I was rescuing her because she had caused, somebody fell off of her and caused an injury, like a broken arm or something to that nature. And then I heard that there was a horse that was going to be sold or put down because the people that had her couldn't handle her. That was Lena for me. I learned that she come from the Smart Little Lena bloodline, and I've worked with cutting horses throughout my life, and I wanted to save that horse because I was told that she was going to become dog food if somebody didn't get her. So I got her. And I tried to work her to cut cattle, but I didn't have any cattle on my own. So, like, it's super expensive to, like, use other people's cattle and shit like that. and I always trail rode. So I was like, well, worst case scenario, I can teach this horse how to trail ride. Well, that turned out to be a hell of a project. I got video after video after video and pictures where for years, now I'm talking years of this horse's life, I worked this little mare out of the barrel pattern and calmed her down. And for the past several years, she's been so calm and so trail ridden that we could put a 5-year-old on her back and she would just nose to the ground, lick her lips, and do whatever she was told. She was amazing, amazing. But she's 19 now. So I just don't want to see the end of her life just sitting in the pasture not doing nothing. So I thought that it would be a good idea to let her do a job and not continue to hold her back, you know. So she is going to go with this family that is using her. This is what's awesome. They're using her for kids trail rides. Tell me that's not a good story, though, for a horse that was so hot that she was going to be put down, and that's why I bought her. I think it's a beautiful story for the horse. I think for Lena, that's the right thing to do, you know, because yeah, she's got another 5 to 8 years, Teresa. You're right, and I don't want to waste them, you know, because it's going to be at least another year or two before me and Tiffany get to move to a property where we'll be with them, you know. So, I mean, their lives are just going like that, you know. It's tough on us. We're used to just being with them, and that's our time, like our hobby. You know, it's what me and Tiffany do. We ride horses, we ride motorcycle, you know, and then, of course, she's a mom, so, and the kids are included in that. But, yeah, I thought that was a good, put a one in chat if you think that's a good story for Lena, that the last 5 or 10 years of her life is going to be going from a horse that's so hot that people couldn't handle her to end of her life being a children's stable horse, trail horse for kids that need therapy. I love it. I love that idea. So that combined with my reasons for selling her, it just makes sense. We still have 2, and we're actually paying more for boarding where we're moving to. But we're down to 2 horses instead of 4. So our cost is split in half, but then we're going to be paying a little bit more for where we're moving them to. But we're getting ready to move the other 2. And we signed a contract to do that yesterday. So a lot of changes are happening. There's been a lot of damage. Been a lot of damage in our life. Meade County is going to have to really fucking pay up. They've caused a lot of problems. And then Rough, you're not excluded. You caused us a lot of problems. Everybody that's been causing us problems over the past 4 years, they don't realize how much I have fronted to pay for the damages that they have caused. And a lot of people ask me, is YouTube worth it? And the answer is fuck no. No. YouTube is not worth it. I never did this for money, which is one of the reasons I'm thinking I'm probably not going to monetize this channel, because it proves that I'm not doing this shit for money. I never was. We did it because when we learned that the government in our area was doing the shit that they did to us, to other people, we weren't going to stand for it. We wanted to tell our story. Free fucking speech. The purpose of free speech, so that people can inform other people of what their government is doing in business. The purpose for free speech. And where are the free speech activists? Ignore me because I got a beef with Chris fucking Ruff? Well, I hate to tell you, but first of all, I don't have a beef with Ruff. Ruff has a beef with the world. He just happened to get obsessed over me and Tiffany. That ain't my fucking problem. That ain't my fucking problem. I stood up to him. And anybody who don't stand up to him's a little bitch. Well, you scared that he's gonna fucking kidnap you too? Make fucking idle threats that he won't fall through with, right? He won't follow through with them. He's a pussy. He's a weak, stupid pussy. That's all Chris Ruff has ever been. All that shit that he talks is exactly that. Shit talk. Anyone should stand up to him. Why the fuck wouldn't you? The only reason that kid ended up getting robbed is because there was two of them. They had a loaded gun. And the kid was only a kid. Don't be scared of Chris fucking Ruff. And I'm ashamed of the First Amendment community if that's their reason. If they're scared of Chris fucking Ruff or doing damage to their monetization of their channel, what the fuck are they in it for, man? What say you, Tav? What do you think, bud? You know what I'm talking about better than anybody. Very few people have stepped up in your case. That's a man who's received real fucking damage from these idiots. So what do y'all think? Should I monetize? I got eligibility today. Should I monetize? Or should I just fucking keep doing it? Just like I am. What do y'all think? Everybody's saying yes, monetize. Well, maybe I will. And look, as soon as I do, they're going to get strict on the fucking standards again, and you're going to have all your snitches. Oh, by the way, everybody put a huge W in chat for Ryan Youngblood. Ryan Youngblood gave us information on Chris Ruff today. The dude that sucks Chris Ruff's ass all the way to the end gave up vital information on Chris Ruff today. How about that? I even got a screenshot of him saying, make sure you cover for me. How you like that, Ryan Youngblood? We appreciate you, Ryan Youngblood. How about that? Look at all them W's for Ryan Youngblood. That's right. Way to go, Ryan, for throwing the dude that you live for under the bus. We need more people to do that, whether they mean to or not, right, Ryan Youngblood? I know you're watching. We need more people to do that. We need more snitches like Ryan. Did you watch today, Stephanie? You know exactly what I'm talking about then. What made him turn on Ruff, says Wyatt? He wasn't turning on Ruff. He was trying to bootleg for Ruff. But he gave up vital information today. Like fucking major information that we are definitely going to use against Ruff. That's what he did. Good boy, Ryan. Good boy. Good boy. That's what you get, snitch. Ruff threw him under the bus too, Euchre? Thank you, Ryan. You little snitch. We appreciate the snitches. Thank you. Did you get the digits too, Stephanie? He gave us the information we needed to get Chris Ruff's phone number. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, wow. Somebody's shooting the damn... Did you hear that? Was that a shooting? Holy shit. That was a shooting. Wow, it was right there. If Tiffany comes out, we'll go check out the scene. Maybe I'll stay with you all so that we can check out that scene. Sound like a shoot. That was definitely a gun. That wasn't a backfire at all. And then the car sped off. Did y'all hear it? Someone ran a stop sign and JJ was in town. And Amber, can you imagine a pregnant Amber nurse at the jail hanging out the fucking passenger window of JJ's truck shooting at the mayor's son while they're in pursuit? That's what she did. I got a person, a credible witness saying that's what they have seen. We'll start there. I ain't gonna tell you what all I got that I'm giving to the law enforcement agency, but yeah. How about that? Somebody running a stop sign. I'm not in Meade County, or else might be able to go along with that. That was definitely gunshots, though. Sound like big ones too. That was like minimum 40. Minimum 40. No, there ain't no bridges around here, DG. There's apartments right there where there's a lot of crime, actually. There's apartments right there. I'm in Clarksville, Indiana. That's where I'm at. Sound like a 40 to me. Or a shotgun of some sort, but I don't think shotgun would have fired that quick. What you heard was Ryan's fear of hitting the toilet pan. Ryan Youngblood. Thanks for the phone number, buddy. Put a one in chat if y'all would like to do a live stream phone call with Chris Ruff. We'll just ask him what his problem is. Directly. Direct. With D. What do y'all think about that? We'll just do a phone call with him. That motherfucking pussy's probably changing his number right now. He's probably going, Ryan, you motherfucker, why did you do that? Oh, the safety. Ruff is such a pussy. He probably got his fat ass girlfriend calling the law right now. This thing got my phone number today. Chris Ruff, you fucking pussy. Bet you're shitting your pants over a phone number. We know how you are. Did y'all see the text message thread between Chris and that fucking prophet person that prophet took down? Mark or somebody like that? He's pissing everybody off. Chris Ruff's pissing everybody off. That motherfucker, the prophet guy posted a short. I got it all recorded. He posted a short of a conversation, the text conversation between him and Ruff. And Ruff is all threatening him and shit. like, I know where you live, motherfucker, blah, blah, blah. And then, did y'all see it? And then the prophet dude's like, you know what? Fuck you, Chris Ruff. Like, finally, after like 20 fucking messages of getting down talked, he finally was like, fuck you, I ain't got nothing to lose, bitch, do it. And Chris backpedaled. He's like, oh, what? Never mind. I didn't want to fight you. I'm just saying, you're probably calling the cops. He's like, go snitch on me. It's Chris Ruff. Go snitch on me, prophet. Because he don't want to fight. Chris Ruff don't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? He wants to talk a big talk about fighting, but he don't want to actually fight nobody because he will get his fucking ass handed to him by everybody or anybody. So what he does is he goes, run and snitch. You know what? Remember in high school and grade school and shit, when them pussies that didn't really want to fight waited for a teacher to be fucking 2 feet away to run their mouth? That's Chris Ruff. That's Chris grown up. He's that kid grown up. That's what he is. He's a fucking pussy. Shit talker. And a snitch. My God, he's a snitch. But I'm done. I'm done dealing with Ruff. I got him in court. I got him in this case. And I'm just going to say one fucking time, thank you. Just like I'm thanking Ryan Youngblood for being such a moron that we got Chris's phone number through him. But thanks to Chris Ruff just the same for ruining Kentucky's JJ's case against me. They're selling fucking stickers. I thought it was keychains. They're selling stickers that have swastikas and t-shirts that say fuck the government. JJ put that business called Freedom Outfitters in his fucking name. It's his merchandise. The government. Do y'all remember what the fucking case was against me? What Scarborough said it was? He said it was because I fucking made a thumbnail and put him in a Ku Klux Klan outfit. Because why? Well, it hurt his feelings. He was scared. He said he was scared. That's what he said. He said it scared. I was scared because I was intimidated because KKK is a known organization for many years of bad stuff, more or less. Well, what's he think about Nazis? How about the government? The government is a known organization with a lot of enemies. What about that? But no, more, the government is actually going to review all of this material with me and my lawyer before court on the 6th. They are open to review the information that I can provide, and we're still going to save all of our real good evidence or proof for in case we go to trial. We're doing this very carefully. But I would suggest that not only will the case get dismissed against me, but all those actions that have been being done by Scarborough are going to end up, they're going to take action on them. Because here's the thing, guys. Let's talk about this shit. Let's talk about this for a minute. Let's put our thinking caps on. I know this is hard for all of you, but put yourself in the seat of the government of Kentucky for a moment. Just hear me out and think about this. All right. You're getting sued because these people have the lawyer that says already we're suing for this, right? So far, there are 6 agencies in your state that are getting sued, right? The mainstream media on multiple channels has already covered this. They've also included Tom Clay, the attorney known for suing the state, right? The state's not looking real good. You know what I'm saying? And then you factor in this YouTube, this jailer going to YouTube and admitting that he's doing it for Meade County. Ever since he saw that video with his buddy Ray, he knew that somebody from Meade County needed to step up and do this. He said that he felt like he needed to do this for the county. Somebody needed to reach out to Fraud Wrangler and get the ball bouncing on shutting these 2 people up that have YouTube channels. That's what the fuck he said for a year and a half now. So keep yourself in, remember, you're in Kentucky's seat right now, okay? You're in the state of Kentucky government seat. Now you got all this proof against you floating in the interwebs, okay? People have been filing complaints like crazy with the Attorney General's office. Those complaints have been getting onto the desks of everybody who has any knowledge of Scarborough over the past year and a half. They know, they know all this is happening, okay? The government does. Kentucky government knows. And then you go, you're the government now, you're Kentucky government, and you go, right now, the way it is right now, we, the state, the higher up above the elected official, have not done anything to get sued yet. We haven't officiated his hearing. We haven't done anything necessarily ourselves that he can sue us on. Right now, the state is probably sitting there going, everything so far is on the Meade County government officials, specifically. It's on the sheriff, it's on the chief deputy, it's on the clerk's office, it's on the prosecutor of Meade County, and it's on Scarborough, right? So keep thinking, you're in the hot seat, you're Kentucky government, right? Not Meade County, but the state of Kentucky government. Would you take an opportunity? Let me ask like this. Put a 1 in chat if you would take the opportunity to get out of liability and turn the tables on at least Scarborough. Would you? Would you try to separate yourself from the liability? You got proof against you? Sorry, somebody's moving their car. I'm in a public parking lot. I would. I would. I think that this is the state's perfect opportunity to say, let's do something to handle this mess, right? And at the same time, because they think they're playing chess, at the same time, we will remove liability from ourselves as the state and let those public officials from that little podunk county of Meade, let their insurance handle everything. Put a one in chat if that's the move you would make. And put yourself in their seat. Put a two in chat if you would just continue to abuse your power and cover for the elected official. And I am speaking in hypothetical here. Like, you are the government in this mess, right? Like put yourself in that chair. Do you think they would take advantage of this moment, this offer that's on the table? Because our offer is no plea bargain. We will not plea bargain. We will take a dismissal now, and we will continue our pursuit of justice in the civil courts against the 6 agencies that are responsible. That's the offer that we're putting on the table. Lorata, love it. I didn't see any 2s. We think that's what they'll do. But at the same time, we've seen the government, it's not like we're unaware of how the government functions. The government could very well just say, no, we ain't. We're going to continue to do the thin blue line and keep on thin blue lining it for that YouTuber, Scarborough. But they know, look, I'm going to spill the beans. Do y'all know about the death threat that they're accusing me of? The cease and desist letter? The one my last video was about on this channel? Y'all know about that? Let me go ahead and tell you. Frauditor Watch wrote that. Michael Kaiser's little Australian bitch, Frauditor Watch wrote that, along with 20 other cease and desists to all kinds of people and agencies in the state of Kentucky with my name on it. And he sent me copies of all of them. That fucking moron. You think we can't prove who the fuck sent that to JJ? Jesus Christ. He sent me copies of all of them.